And now we are live once again. Let's try this again, dog. Damn.
Hey, we're back and we apologize. We had a few internet issues, but we got that resolved. And we want to thank everyone for being patient. We're here. We're going to continue doing this. Like I said, we apologize and let's just jump right back into it. So with that being said, now we were talking about you becoming a Dallas Cowboy fan and football. And I asked you if you had love for football before we ended up you ended up being a Dallas Cowboy fan. Talk to me about that. And when did you start playing football? And when me ask you that question, your age is gonna get revealed a little bit. So we're good with that. So when did you start? When did love for football start for you?
Well, first of all, I want to apologize to everybody for the technical difficulties. Like I said, I'm out here in the garage now, so there's a lot of wires and shit going on, and so still trying to. It's trial, like I said before, it's trial and error. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Sid's not perfect. So, but thank y'all for coming back. But anyway, to answer your question, man, like I've said before, I was kind of born into being a Cowboy fan. I always loved football growing up, playing football outside, playing throw up tackle, 5-second hold, two hands on back, any type of football we could play, playing football out in the street, you name it. If it was football, we did it. Playing in the cold, in the rain, we called that football weather back then. Playing against, guys my brother's age, older guys, that's where I developed my toughness from. And, just being, like I said, being born into being a Dallas Cowboy fan. My dad knew Tom Landry. My dad knew Jimmy Johnson. And I was on the sideline a lot as a little kid. And I was a ball boy for the Dallas Cowboys back in the day, my high school days. And it just kind of trickled down. My grandfather was a Cowboy fan, and and so on and so on. So I was born into being a Cowboy fan. I always loved football, hard-nosed football when it was tough, not the sissified shit we used to deal with. That's what it was. It was just something I kind of just fell into. I played football, Pop Warner. I played in high school. I didn't play junior high. I was in the band in junior high.
Oh.
And I wanted to play football, so I started in high school. And I played about 5 games my freshman year. And then I was moved up to varsity.
Okay.
I played about 5 or 6 games, I want to say. And I didn't play that much. I didn't play, but I was there, So, but I knew my time would come once, my brother was a senior. I was a freshman.
Okay.
And those guys, they were so big and so old looking, back then, and so ahead of their time. They had a great offensive line. We had one of the top running backs in high school football then. And man, we went all the way to the Texas Stadium in '96, and we had a very good team. The offensive line is what carried. My brother played right guard, and that's why I'm so big on offensive line, because I would ask him, and he was kind of like Mark Stepnoski. He wasn't very big. He just had great strength and had great technique.
Okay.
So. My brother had strong hands. He was a strong guy. He was every bit of 5'11", but he played like he was 6'11". So we went a long way with that offensive line we had, and coming behind him I had some big shoes to fill, because having a brother like I had, who was like Superman to me. And coaches used to always call me pretty boy, and it was like, because I wasn't a very good tackler, but I had speed. Okay. And I had great cover skills. And they used to say, you're not mean like your brother was. We want you mean like your brother. And I was like, well, you know, you got to take what you can get, you know. But that's when it all started for me, you know. But played a little bit of college ball, played a little bit of arena football, you know. So, and that's kind of where it ended, you know. But I still think I can play today, you know, if somebody gave me a shot. But it is what it is, man. But that's about it, you know. I mean, there's a lot more to it, you know, that I'm leaving out, you know, through the years and everything. But that's all I can really think of now, you know. That's where I developed my love for the game and my passion for the Dallas Cowboys.
I hear you, man. Listen, I wasn't as fortunate as you. I was a small guy. I think I weighed like $105. So football for me wasn't something that I played a little bit. I played rugby more. I was more of a rugby guy in high school. I played hooker. You know, I was that small, agile guy. You know, coaches felt like football for me, I'd probably get more injured, but I didn't. I liked rugby, and I didn't. But I still had the love for the game always. My dad was a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. May his soul rest in peace. And football, I don't know. Football here isn't as popular as it is in the States. Montreal, Canada. You know, we're more about hockey. And speaking about hockey, Montreal Canadiens are in the Stanley Cup playoffs. You guys definitely got to check that out. We're excited. Our city's going crazy. We just made the finals the other day, and looking forward to that. And it'll be my year if the Montreal Canadiens could win the Stanley Cup and the Dallas Cowboys go to Super Bowl.
Man,
let's go. Let's go. So, you know, how hard is it in the States? Because here in Canada, to get into hockey, you gotta have skates out the minute you come out your mama, sort of thing. You know what I mean? You gotta be on the ice rink as a baby. Is it like that for football in the States? Is it you have to like start at a very young age to be successful to make it into the NFL?
Yeah, I believe it starts at a very, like you said, a very young age. It's all, and believe it or not, it's more than your ability.
Okay.
It's more than just your ability. It's the support of your parents. It's that foundation where you come from. And for example, like a lot of times, there are, you know, my parents started us out early. You know, we played football, sandlot football, you know, situational football for Pop Warner and things like that. It's about that support system. It's about coming from a solid foundation. If you come from a solid foundation and you're successful and you're good at, your skills are developed fundamentally and everything, you'll be a good candidate for the NFL.
Okay.
But you have to have a solid foundation. My foundation was broken when I was in college, actually. And you know, my mom and dad, they split up and everything, and my world was torn apart. So a lot of my focus kind of went away from college and college football and things like that. So, you know, but that support system goes a long way. It goes a long way with your kids. So you have to make sure that has to be first in order to be successful.
Okay.
Your parents have to put you in the right position. And that's why I keep using coaching for the Dallas Cowboys as putting their best players in the best predicament to win games. And I'm not blaming the coaches or anything like that, but as parents, as coaches, as parents, as teachers, you have to teach your kids and put them in the best position to be successful out there in the world in order for them to succeed, not just in football, but just survival, period.
Yeah. I totally agree.
A lot of things I learned on my own, you know, I had to learn on my own. And that kind of deterred me from continuing my football career because I had to fend for myself a lot of times because my mom's health wasn't that good, God rest her soul. And, you know, looking after her and losing a relationship with my dad and things like that. So I'm not here to cry me a river or anything, but that's just an example on how, in order to make it in the NFL, it takes a lot of hard work to the NFL. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, and coming from a solid, grounded foundation. And you have to have that foundation in order to be successful. You have to have it. If not, it's going to be rocky. And I thank God on what I went through. You never judge a book by its cover.
No. Yeah.
You look behind me and you see all this, and I got a brand new home and new cars and everything. But there was a point in time where I was almost homeless. So I've been through it. But I thank God that I've been through those things because it made me who I am today. Because in order to succeed, you have to fail first.
You
have to fail first. There is no other way. You have to fail first. Even the most successful people, richest people, they've fallen on their asses. And a lot of this new generation, they don't know anything about that. They want quick results. They want push a button, internet access. That's what they know. That's all. Bless their hearts.
They want top dollar. They want top dollar for minimal work.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the new generation nowadays. They don't understand. They want everything given without putting in the work, and that's not how it is. And I think, and we're going to touch on this probably later on in the season, but I think a lot of athletes are that way nowadays.
Oh yeah.
They'll work to get that dollar. Once they get that dollar, that drive is no longer there.
Just like EA Sports. I just bought the new I bought Madden 21 yesterday, and I bought Madden. I'm a collector, so I've been collecting video games for years. Old throwback video games. You name it, I got it. I went back and got Madden 04, Madden 05. Madden 04 had Michael Vick on the cover.
Yeah.
And I compared the two. I compared Madden 04 to Madden 21. And Madden 04 is actually better. And EA worked hard all the way from Madden 88, 89, all the way into maybe Madden 12 or 13. Was probably their last decent Madden. And they figured, well, we're billionaires now. So now I don't have to work hard to produce my product. You get what I'm saying? I don't have to work hard to. So now you get the shitty games like Madden 20, Madden 21, Madden 22 that's coming out that's already got bugs in it. People are already starting to point out. But that's a good example, a good analogy on how NFL players, they'll work hard their rookie season, their first year, second year, until they get that big time contract.
Yep.
See, nobody likes to talk about that.
Nope. See, and I've said it.
Yeah,
I've said it.
Talk about X's and O's all the time.
Yeah.
Producing these videos. God bless the video makers out there, But there's more to it. There's way more to it. And they miss a lot of other things that are not being talked about. They don't like to be talked about. Because it's almost like politics almost. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people, a lot of players, they get their money and they just, I'm good. I got my house, I got my cars, and I'm good. So I don't care. I don't care about you.
Yeah, no, and I'm gonna get into that later on in the season and when players to see who's gonna play this year, who's gonna earn that dollar this year. I'm seeing a lot of positive things with the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm anxious to see what's going to happen going into the season. So speaking about the Dallas Cowboys, has it been hard for you to be a fan of the Dallas Cowboys? Because being a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, bro, it's hard. It's hard because there's so many Dallas Cowboy haters out there. So has it been hard for you? You've been doing this for a long time. I've only been blogging for about a year now, a little bit over a year. You've been doing this for a long time. Has it been hard for you to sit back and watch the Dallas Cowboys be so successful? Because we know when they were successful. I'm talking about the Aikman days, the Emmitt Smith days, the Deion Sanders days, the Michael Irving days. Those to me, those were dogs. You understand? Those were players that were ready to go out there and put it all on the line every game.
Yeah.
Now, and it's changed so much since then. So seeing what you've seen to now, has it been hard for you to be a Dallas Cowboys fan? And what do you think needs to change going forward as a Dallas Cowboy player or team or organization? Very,
very good question. Very sensitive topic too. This topic ain't for the weak at heart. So if you're one of those that don't like to hear bad shit about the Cowboys, you need to go ahead and leave now. Go ahead and leave now. Yeah, it's no mystery how it is being a Cowboy fan. It's the hardest thing. It's almost like having a full-time job. Yeah, it is, because it's been so long. I remember the 80s and how off and on we were in the 80s. But then again, I remember the 90s. I remember the early 90s, and we were still bad, but Jerry Jones come along, and 89, Jerry Jones came along and fired Tom Landry. And even my dad didn't understand it at that time.
My dad was pissed. Yeah.
Who is this Jerry Jones, this oil guy coming in making changes like this? Fired. He was the first one out the door. And then we got rid of Herschel Walker. And we were like, wait a minute, he's our best. He was our best guy, So we didn't understand at that time what was going on. But that draft, we knew. Those couple of drafts came. We got Emmett, and we got, Eggman, and we got Jimmy Johnson went and scouted and got Nate Newton and all those guys from those small colleges, Eric Williams, and oh my God, Mark Tuinei, just a load of talent, a load of draft picks. Jimmy Johnson called it a great train robbery, but we'll take it, whatever it is. But yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough. And I've been on here. You brought up being on here. And I'm glad you brought that up, because it's really been tough on here, because social media grew as we know it now. It's really been. Yeah. Some people can't survive without it. They can't survive without social media, which is sad, because there were one point in time where there were no cell phones. There was no computers in every home. So social media really grew, and because of it, we're talking right now to each other and to the fans out there. And it's been rough. I remember skipping school, going to the Dallas Cowboy parade downtown, and
I envy you, man.
Yeah, and doing that, and just winning those championships, and could have been 4 or 5 if Jimmy would have stuck around, But that's another subject, another story.
Yeah.
And being on YouTube, I always got to show respect to Shango, because he started. He was Shango, guys like Shango, guys like Mike Mosh, Simus, guys like that. They kind of started the Dallas Cowboy YouTube thing. So I always got to give a shout out to those guys. Simus we grew up in the same neighborhood,
Okay.
So, yeah, we went to the same junior high and shit. So real cool, laid back guy.
Okay.
Mike Mosh, real nice guy. Shango, really nice guy. So back in 06, 07, I was like, I can do this. I can run my mouth and talk Cowboys football and, put my point of view out there. So I did it, off and on. I wasn't really like I am into it now,
Yeah.
It was an off and on thing, And 2012, I got back on 13, I got off, started having kids and stuff. So I kind of had to take a break, And 2016, I really got back. That's when my mom passed. She passed July 25th, 2016. And I needed something to get my mind off of her. I said, I'm going to go back on YouTube and really, really make a go at it this time.
Yeah.
And I did. And man, I put a lot of passion, you know, from her passing. It bled out into the Cowboys. It bled out to YouTube. I started using characters from the WWF and acting like Stone Cold. If you go back and look at them videos, man, the early video, you'll see us acting like The Undertaker, acting like The Rock and Macho Man. And I really worked hard at my craft and really getting started. Because anybody can get on here and talk stats and talk shit and do things and think they know it all and think they shit don't think and all that stuff. Anybody can get on here and do that. But I thought I brought a different flavor to it. I brought heart and soul to it. Yeah, I yell, I curse. You know, I brought a different passion to it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever seen that before. You know, so Shango's a passionate guy. You know, he's one of those guys. I tried to bring a different flavor to it. I tried to have, you know, themes and, you know, The Last Dragon and Karate Kid and you know, different the 80s style theme to it, you know, and my channel just grew. It kept growing and growing and growing and growing. I was making videos in my car. I was making videos at work. I was making videos, you know, you know,
anywhere.
So I put in the work. I put in the hard work for it. And
has doing YouTube, have you had any challenges? Or, you know, obviously we both know this, and I'm gonna say it out loud, and I hope you're gonna back me up on this. There's haters out there, and it's unfortunate because it's not just haters from other teams; it's haters from the Dallas Cowboys. They're blogging about the same thing we're doing, and they're sending hate out towards us.
Yeah.
And I don't understand this, because we're all trying to do this just because of the passion that we have, and we want to be heard. That's it. I'm not doing this to gain. I don't make money from this. I'm not doing this to get famous or become a reporter. Listen, I have a regular job. I do this to entertain and to let people know, hey, we're here. You want to watch me and do what I do, please subscribe, you know, support me. But if you're gonna, I just don't understand the hate that comes with it. So I'm asking you, you've been doing this longer than I have. What do you think? Why do you think that is? Because, you know, I even had, and I'm not mentioning names because I don't want to mention names, but I had somebody come at me and be like, well, no, I can't have you on my channel because you'll take my subscribers. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to take your subscribers. You know, like, if they subscribe to me, they're not going to unsubscribe to you.
Right.
They're going to and I just don't understand that mentality. So you've been doing this longer. What challenges have you had doing this?
Well, that's another great topic. It's been rough. I know when I first started, I wasn't comfortable with the camera. I had to be comfortable with the camera. And I was like, I was saying a lot.
And if you go look at my first videos, it's exactly that.
Because you don't know. Yeah, you're still trying to get comfortable with yourself and the camera, being in front of a camera, because it's all new to you. You get what I'm saying? So I had racial threats, all kind of stuff, man. People just don't like to see positive.
Or others succeed.
Yeah, they don't like to see positive things.
Yeah.
They want everything to be about them. And if it's something that looks good and they're not a part of it, they're upset. Just like the real world. Just like the real world. This is the real world. And then you said you brought up it's your own fan base. That's the sad part about it. It's like black on black crime.
Oh, yo. Yeah.
They let it get to their heads, man. It's just YouTube, man. It's not in your blood. It's not in your DNA. They don't like to hear somebody else's opinion about something that they love too. And I'll get on here, man. I'll say, you know what? I'm not always right, and I don't care. You know.
Yeah.
Nobody pays your bills but you. And I actually took a break from this because you need a break. Like, this is my break time. I'm doing this live with you because you asked me to do, you know, this interview or whatever. And I respect you as a Cowboy fan and everything. So, you know, but I'm not going to make another video probably till August. But you got cats on here that they need this to survive. That's the thing. That's the difference. You can be a Cowboy fan, a diehard Cowboy fan. Trust me, you can be a diehard Cowboy fan without being on YouTube. You wasn't on YouTube in 1994.
You know?
You wasn't on YouTube in 1992 when we won our first Super Bowl. You wasn't on YouTube then, but you're on YouTube now, and you're not the only one doing this. It's like high school.
Yeah,
they turned into a competition. If you're out there, man, you got way more subscribers than me, more power to you. I don't care about subscribers. The guy that can have the least subscribers can have the most knowledge.
Yeah, that's true.
He could have just started. You see what I'm saying? But see, they let that subscribe and those little checks that they get, they let it pump their heads up, man. But they'll never own YouTube. They'll never own the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones don't know them. all the people on all the Dallas Cowboy fans on YouTube. Trust me, Jerry Jones don't give a fuck about you. He don't. Dak don't. Zeke don't. Amari Cooper don't. I can go down the list. They'll be like, who? Oh yeah, I heard of him, but I don't give a damn about him. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I think they think somebody really cares about, Now I get on here, man, and I keep it Cowboys. I don't get personal. I don't get, I don't get into arguments or shouting matches with people. It's a waste of time. I'm 47 years old. I don't have time to argue with somebody. I don't have time to get back at somebody because they left a message in the comment section thinking it's gonna hurt my feelings. I'm a grown-ass man, dog. I don't need this to survive.
Preach.
I love the Cowboys. I do anything for them. I'll continue to make videos while I'm breathing and speak my opinion. It's an opinionated channel. That's it. I'm not trying to get more views and outdo so-and-so. I can name a lot of successful YouTubers on here, man. And I'm cool with a lot of them. But there's that few that they think they shit don't stink and they think they up here. There is no up here. Because it's called YouTube. It's not called whatever your name is. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. and that's why I'm asking, because and I want to send a shout out to a few people in a chat, because they're obviously agreeing with you. Elite Rob, he's saying that fools be posting every day. Like certain people, and we know I have no hate for anybody. I love watching. I'll still go watch, even the ones that are hating on me. I still go watch them. I still, because I'm just like, I want to hear what they have to say. And it shouldn't be drama. There shouldn't be any drama, because we're all doing this for what? This, in our opinion. I call my show "Speak Your Mind" all the time, because that's all I'm doing. Then you said something on one of my shows a couple of weeks ago, and I totally agree with it. I may have an opinion about something, but it doesn't mean I'm right. Right. You understand? You don't have to agree with what I'm saying. Listen, I went on Philly Notion's channel a couple weeks ago, and I said Dak was going to hit between 5,000 to 6,000 yards. But by mistake, I said Dak will have 6,000 yards. And I had to release a video the next day because of the amount of dumb comments that I was getting. I said, guys, I meant to say that Dak will get 5,000 to 6,000 yards this season. But that's my opinion. And I said it. And I said, guys, you don't have to agree with me, but this is my opinion. And then I had to explain the reason why. And in my mind, I was like, why am I sitting here explaining myself to people? You understand what I'm saying? And after I released the video, I was like, what did I just do? But again, this is my opinion. And we do this, and we can I can say the Dallas Cowboys will go undefeated this year. That's my opinion. But then other people will take that as, I don't understand it.
And a lot of it's frustration too, because we haven't been shit for 20-something years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
yes.
We haven't. I mean, not winning Super Bowls mean you haven't been shit. So we're in that category. We haven't. That's coming from a diehard Cowboy fan.
Yep.
It's a lot of frustration too, because everybody wants to win. and everybody think they know what the Dallas Cowboys need to do to win. You see what I'm saying?
Everybody's how do you say it? Everybody's like everybody's perfect, and everybody has the answer.
Yeah, everybody's a prophet. Yeah, everybody's a prophet, and no matter how many videos you make, no matter how many live streams you do,
yep,
no matter how many film sessions you do, no matter how many group live streams you do, it's still up to the Cowboys to go out there and play it. And guess what we got to do? Regardless if you at a game or you tailgating outside in the parking lot or you sitting at home on your couch, the Cowboys got to go out there and play and win. My opinion don't matter. Nobody's opinion matters. When they kick that ball off, none of our opinions matter.
Nope.
Whatsoever. Nope. And that's one thing they got to understand. You see, they so wrapped up in this YouTube, man, and they let it pump their heads up. Oh, watch my channel. Oh, the real round table and all that shit. That's that high school stuff, man. I'm too grown and old for that. My channel grew off of me.
Yep.
I didn't grow my channel off of arguing with somebody after getting into it with somebody on YouTube. My channel grew up off positive Cowboys information. My opinion. That's how my channel grew. Nothing else. I didn't get into it with anybody. I didn't say, one of my videos went viral because I ran down the street butt naked or, I got a wife and kids, man. I can't, what I look like. And then you get into it with somebody you're never gonna see. It's petty and it's small-minded. It's that gang member mentality. They don't know any better. That's all they know. And it's mostly the new generation of kids, that are born into technology. You see, they wouldn't last 5 minutes in the 80s, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s,
No way.
So they born into cell phones and iPads and, and et cetera. So all they know is to cyberbully and do this, fuck with people and stuff like that. And it don't bother us old school people, because we do everything face to face. We can talk, have an adult beverage, we can fight, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. If you just stick to you and be positive, your channel will be successful. It will.
And your channel is definitely successful. You're doing something right. 12,000 fans. Continue your success. So with that being said, growing up and now, who was your favorite player back in the day, and who's your favorite Dallas Cowboy player today?
Oh, that's easy. Dion was
prime time. Even though he came from like all the enemy teams.
Yeah.
Well, 49ers, I'm not a fan of.
Dion is my favorite player.
Yeah. Period. Oh, okay.
I was glad he was a Cowboy. We got a Super Bowl ring with him. But that's hard, man, because you got Michael Irvin, you got the triplets, you got Leon Lett, you got Charles Haley, you got guys like that, man. That's a tough one. And I don't have a favorite player now.
Oh.
No.
There's nobody on the Dallas Cowboys roster right now where you say that's my guy.
No. I like Dak. I like Dak because he's not my favorite Cowboy now, but I don't have one, period. You got to start winning Super Bowls and stuff for that. I'm just being honest. I like Dak because I like him because his background, his positive attitude on and off the field, well-spoken guy, very intelligent, very educated. I can understand every word that's coming out of his mouth. Just you can tell he was raised right. That I if I had a favorite player, it'd be Dak.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Back in the day, I would say for me, definitely Deion Sanders. I respect. Even now, I like to watch him. I saw a video that he did a couple. I think it was last year. Yeah, for sure it was last year. And he was talking about the Dallas Cowboys, and he said the problem with the Dallas Cowboys, there's no dogs on the team.
Yeah.
And did you see that interview?
Yeah. Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? And I said, man, if somebody on the Dallas Cowboys organization could tell, hello, guys, wake up. You guys need to go out there and do what we're paying you guys to do. Forget calling yourself out because you're tired. Or Jimmy Johnson days, you remember anybody calling themselves out because they were tired?
No, it didn't happen.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
If you called yourself out, you were on a bench.
That didn't happen. Jimmy Johnson would cut you. He would cut you. A guy fumbled twice. Emmett got hurt. The guy fumbled twice. Emmett was holding out. That's when Emmett was holding out. The guy fumbled like two or three times. Emmett cut him. Jimmy Johnson cut him. Yeah, he cut him. He's like, I ain't got time for that. And I think Jerry didn't like how much of a coach he was. Jimmy Johnson was a real coach.
Yeah, he was.
He was really intelligent, really smart psychology.
He was your daddy on and off the field.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Irvin after a win. Michael Irvin was doing too many interviews, and Jimmy Johnson left him at the airport. So Troy Aikman, after the NFC Championship game against the 49ers in '92, Troy Aikman was trying to accommodate all the interviews and stuff like that. And Jimmy Johnson was like, "We all ready to go. Let's go." Left him there. He had to take a taxi to get to the next, to the plane. So,
but I wish the game has changed so much in that aspect, and that's the part that frustrates me, because these players are so bound into their contracts and they feel they're untouchable, and their agents and so on, and they're not being held accountable for what they're doing on the field anymore because they're so protected.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And I think that's where the game has changed so much. I'm proud of that. 160 mil, 100%. But I'm paying you 160 mil to go out there and do your job.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And I think that's where the game has changed so much, because I've always said it. I said these players should be paid this amount of money, and then they should say, and then you'll get this amount of money if you get us to the playoffs, if you get us to the Super Bowl, if you throw for a certain amount of yards, or if you run for a certain amount of yards, they get initiatives to be able to get that extra dollar. Why is it handed to these guys right away? And that's where the game changes, because they've gotten what they wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there's a few players. Julio Jones goes out there and plays and gets what he's being paid to do. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, I could go on. There's a few players out there that go and get their dollar. But then I can name a lot of players, D-Law, who I felt got his money and went on a slump. You could say the same thing about Zeke. Zeke went on a little slump. Yes, he still balled out. He still got his 1,000 yards rushing and so on. But I don't felt he was as productive as he should have been. So I think that's where I think the game has changed. And do you agree with me that there's no more, how can I say, what am I looking for? The Cowboys organization is not as tight as it used to be. From head office all the way down. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get you. There's no mystery behind the game changing itself. Money is the root to all evil. Let me say that again. Money is the root to all evil.
Yep.
So, all these young players now, they have so much power. It's power now.
Yeah.
They have the power. And they're able to get away with their antics because of money. Because they make that team money. It's revenue, endorsements, commercials, all that.
Yeah.
It's money. And these back in the day, there were only a select few that had their own shoes and commercials and stuff. You know, you had the Bo Jackson, Bo Knows.
Yeah.
You know, you had Deion Sanders. You had Emmitt Smith, and you know they won Super Bowls. These guys won Super Bowls. Bo Jackson probably could have if he wouldn't have got hurt. Bo Jackson would have been the greatest running back of all time, probably if he wouldn't have got hurt. That's another subject. It's the way of life has trickled over to the NFL. We talked about this earlier about the new generation. You want things quick and fast, and not earning their way. You get what I'm saying? These young NFL players are not earning. You know, like Jalen Smith wants to wear number 9 now and all this stuff. Who cares?
Yeah, just play.
We don't care. I don't care what number you're wearing. We want to win. I want you to get a total of 9 sacks. Yeah. We don't care what number you got on, as long as you're leading us to the promised land. That's what we want. We want a good defense. That's what we care about. We don't care what shoes you got on. You know, the older you get, the more you understand about life and football life and things like that, things that matter. You know, it's so much. You have to earn. Back in the day, you had to earn a lot of things. You know, now it's you get it first, and then they pay you first. They go ahead and give you money now, and then they leave you. Oh, are we going to win a championship? Or is this our year? You know, like I've been hearing. I've been kind of staying away from Cowboys stuff.
Yeah,
I haven't been on social media. I've been getting alerts left and right, and I'll take a look and then I'll turn it off because you got to kind of take a break from it, you know, because it'll consume you, it'll overwhelm you, it'll consume you. You get what I'm saying? It'll have you believing what motherfuckers be talking about, you know?
Yeah.
Football, it's a sport. You're not gonna know until you see it happen when they kick the ball off. You get what I'm saying? You know, we got training camp coming up. I don't even know if I'll come back for that. You know, because once again, it's still the I think season. We don't know. So it's I need to see it in action before I can say, oh, okay. People saying, making videos and NFL Network, oh, this is Zeke's year. You know, I won't know it. I can't say that until I see it. I don't give a damn what he's doing in practice right now. I don't. Because, I mean, I do to a certain extent. I want these guys to stay healthy.
Yeah.
I want Dak to be 100%. I want everybody to be healthy and positive going into this season coming up, so we can have a good chance. I want Tyron Smith back to be okay and everything, so we can have a good chance to go to the promised land, at least go to the playoffs.
It's frustrating because in the last 4 or 5 years, every year it's the same spiel. The Dallas Cowboys are stacked. The Dallas Cowboys are the team this year. The Dallas Cowboys are the teams that are predicted to go to the playoffs this year, and
because it sounds good.
Yeah.
People make money off of what sounds good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People make money off of what sounds good. People on YouTube will get your view because they'll go and look up some story and they're like, oh shit, let me go ahead and post it real quick because it sounds good.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, you can only go so far off of sound. You gotta be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta be able to see. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. See, somebody can tell you, say, man, I can run a 4.2 in the 40.
Yeah.
Oh, you be like, damn, for real? And like, yeah, man, I can run a 4.2 in the 40, dog. And they get out there and they run a 5.2. And you be like, man, what happened to that 4.2? I got off work so I can see you run a 4.2. I took time off, got off work early, so I can see you run a 4.2. And then you run a 5.2? God, I might as well go back to work. You see, because it sounds good.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? People go off sound. Right now, all we can go off is sound, what we think is going to take place in training camp, what we think is going to take place this season. Cowboys are the team to beat. Man, you know how many years we done heard that shit?
Yeah, no, you know. Oh man, it's even I keep even now in the NFL. I was like, can you stop? Because it was the same thing last year and the year before, and it's coming to the point where it's tiresome. And I'm with you. I'm tired of this.
Yeah. My Cowboys family in the house. Let me kick a shout out to them guys, man.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to him. Yeah, he definitely said, "What's up? What's up, my Cowboy family?" Definitely go check him out. He does shows every night. They're going crazy, crazy knowledge as well. And another one who's been around for a long time. So definitely check him out. D-Law got paid and disappeared.
Let me defend Zeke real quick.
Zeke or D-Law? Okay. Yeah, Zeke.
Let me go back to Zeke because you brought up Zeke earlier, a little bit ago, about a minute or two ago. It's hard to run the ball with no offensive line. Let's go ahead and get that out there. Let's go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt.
Because you know what, someone, what's his name, came back on the field last year, how much Zeke's game improved, and he got injured again.
Pollard? Tony Pollard?
No, on the offensive line.
Zach Martin?
Zach Martin came on.
Yeah.
Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
Came on. Zeke started exploding, went off, and it stopped. So yes, go on. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Let me shoot an example. For my brother was a right guard in high school, and we had one of the best running backs in Texas on our squad. His name was Clint Robinson. He was a senior in '95. Clint, he graduated in '96, so he's a year behind my brother. So, one of the guys. My brother had he had an ingrown toenail. Yeah, and he didn't know if he was going to play. The coaching staff, they didn't know if he was going to play in this upcoming game. And this was a playoff game to get to the Texas Stadium. So Clint was like, if Marcus, my brother Marcus, if he's not going to be there, I'm not going to play. Because it's hard to, when you replace a lineman, there's a different rhythm.
Yeah.
It's like putting a new DJ in a party. You get what I'm saying? You used to the DJ, getting everybody crunk, and then they bring a new DJ and he's playing a whole different type of music. You're like, what the hell? What is this? I can't dance to this. So you got all new linemen, in there, backups. So it's really hard for a running back to find that rhythm. So now I admit Zeke did look soft. It looked like he lost his step. Okay, cool. I give the fan base that because I've heard that a lot. But I can't blame it all on him because the offensive line was so decimated.
He still ran for 1,000 yards.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So just imagine when we get all those guys back. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting year.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I've been defending Zeke. I said Zeke was young. Zeke took a lot on his shoulders last year. Losing Dak, everything turned to Zeke. You understand? You know what I mean? Like the media, they said, okay, well, who's the next go-to? And then Zeke had to kind of carry the team on his shoulders.
You can't say that. You cannot say who's the next go-to guy when you have 11 guys on the field. You can say that in basketball. Michael Jordan go down, who's the next man up? Scottie Pippen.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? It's only 5 guys on the court.
Yep.
You got 11 guys on the football field have a job to do. You cannot say, well, who's the next go-to guy? There is no next go-to guy in football. I got so sick of hearing that shit, man. You got 11 guys with different responsibilities.
And you're attacking Zeke.
Basketball, you can play offense. What did Scottie Pippen and Jordan? They played offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
You can say, well, who's the next go-to guy? Scottie Pippen, of course. There's only 5 guys on the court.
After that, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be realistic. You got to be realistic. So there's no way Zeke could carry a broken offensive line on his back like that. And a team with no defense on his back like that.
You know what?
They get tired too, man.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't realize we were the second most injured team in the NFL. 49ers had the most injured players. Dallas Cowboys were second to have the most injured players last year.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people didn't realize that. But hopefully this year we're going to get to it. We're going to be a lot better. You know what? Before I let you go, I want to ask in Jacoby Johnson, just to let you know, you're saying 11. I said 12. I think the Dallas Cowboys are going 12-5 this year. Again, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. This is how I feel. So definitely, I appreciate your time, and you're telling me that you're going to be taking between now and August off, and so we're definitely going to touch base late July. I'm looking forward to a training camp to see what's going to happen. But I want to ask you, are you excited to see preseason come back? Because last year, no preseason game hurt every team. And I think we need preseason to see who's going to be doing what. There's going to be a lot of cuts this year. A lot of, I said it, and I'm going to ask you your opinion about it. Offense, I don't think there's going to be a lot of battling. I think we're pretty much set. I think this year there's going to be a lot of battling on the defensive side. In the secondary, mostly safety position and so on. So are you going to be doing a video for preseason? Troy Looper just asked, and that's exactly what I was going to ask you. And when will we see you back? And what's upcoming? What's coming this season on your channel? That's what I really wanted to get to.
Well, it's going to be the same. I'm gonna keep it 100 like I always do. I've been working on some things. I've been working on I've got a new intro coming in as far as the video part is concerned. I'll probably be back around preseason time. I'll probably do something training campish. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. Like I said, I still got some work to do out here, man. Put some turf down and put some fat heads up here and do some more things and get it cooler out here because you see, I got my water I've been drinking because it's a little warm in the garage. So, but I'm excited. Obviously, I'm going to be excited because we do need a preseason. Last year, that kind of hurt us not having a preseason because of COVID-19. A lot of guys got hurt. A lot of guys got hurt because of it, training camp, things like that, etc. I don't give a damn about the blue and white game anymore. I'm done with that. Getting your hopes up and you don't see a damn thing. If you're a good team, if you're a good team, good organization, good coaching staff, and you got the talent that you got out there and you can't be stopped regardless of who's in the huddle, you should be able to show what you're going to do. If you got an unstoppable team, it don't matter if they're in the huddle with you. They shouldn't be able to stop you.
Yeah.
So hiding the numbers and all that shit in the blue and white game, you can miss me with that shit. I probably won't even tune in, and I'm not going to even go live and get my hopes up. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. The beginning of the season is really tricky as far as YouTube is concerned. Everybody's going live. Everybody's competing.
Every
jabroni is on here. I'm not here for that. This year I'm gonna go in a whole different direction. I'm still gonna make videos. I'm still gonna do live streams, but I'm just gonna take a different approach, a more mature approach with it. I'm not gonna fall into the breaking news shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll make a video here and there. If it's something I feel like talking about and it's breaking news, yeah, I'll do a little something. But I'm going to have bigger fish to fry with the new baby coming in December and everything. And I'll still be going live with you guys, if you want to do it, live or whatever. And I'll open my door, you know what I'm saying? But I won't break my back. I've done enough of that,
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm with you, man. I see some of these guys are pumping out 2-3 videos a day, and I'm like, wow, man, that's to me, that's crazy. Once the season starts, I'll probably be doing, I'm like you, I'll probably be doing 2 or 3 videos, 2 max 3 a week if something big happens. Looking forward to doing more work with you and Cowboy Fan Talk. I want to thank you for your time. Before we let you go, please let people know where to find you. So that way, when I'm gonna download this and repost this on my channel. So please let the fans know where to find you, man.
Well, right here, man, right on YouTube, Dallas Cowboy Fan 1980 on YouTube, also on Twitter. I'm trying to see if I have any other. I got a Facebook, but that's kind of personal. I really don't do too much on Facebook.
Yeah.
I have a Instagram. I think it's Will Jackson on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Will Jackson on Instagram. And that's it, man. But everybody knows, it is what it is. Your channel is more important. You're trying to make yours grow and everything. So, everybody tune in and see it, man. That was good for life.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, man. Definitely check me out. Dallas Cowboys, the #4 Life. That's my YouTube channel. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, SidDC, the #4 Life. I'm on there. I follow back anybody who follows me. I follow you back. And I want to appreciate you for taking the time out. This was last minute, and I'm glad that we did it. People will know why you're doing what you're doing. And, I appreciate you. You're one of the reasons why I started doing this. So I definitely appreciate you. Congratulations on the baby. Guys, so listen to me good about what I'm going to tell you right now. Appreciate what you have in your life, man, because one day to the next, it could be gone. I'm living proof of this. So definitely appreciate it. Appreciate those that you have. Love them, cherish them. And like I said,
just stay humble.
Yeah.
Stay humble. Because you got to remember, like I always say, like my mom said, my dad said back in the day, my brother said, you have to lose before you can win. And you have to admit to failure so you can warn other people to not go down that path. You get what I'm saying? But you have to lose in order to win. And you have to be humble. And your shit does stink when you get off that toilet too. You got to remember that.
Trust me, I'm living proof of losing something very special, and I'm battling every day to get it back. So please appreciate those who are with you in your lives. Definitely, please, guys, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to subscribe on my channel. Stay safe, and we'll be back. It's your boy, Sid, and I'm out.
Peace.